What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys had a fantastic day today. And today we have the June 2023 Orange County John Wayne Santa Ana International Airport update for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's videos. Today we have an absolutely loaded Orange County update in store for you guys. We got various aircraft movements, some new routes, and all kinds of fun items to dive into in today's airport update. I really hope you guys are excited for this. And without any further delay, let's get started. Also, sorry if the light's a little hit or miss. It's kind of breaking through right now, so we'll definitely make it work. But let's change it up and start over here with the general aviation section. As you guys can see, we have some really nice aircraft over here, so I'm stoked to get into this. And without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. This Cessna 172 is currently making a local flight around the area. Really nice to see some additional prop aircraft over here, so that's currently what he's doing. And this red Cessna 172 made a long flight in from San Diego with a couple of stops, so he's currently sitting idle right here. And then this is an unfinished project right here on the Cirrus SR22. This made a non-stop flight earlier in from Palm Springs, and he's going to be heading off somewhere here in a little bit. This Learjet 75 is currently taxiing out for departure. This guy is now making a non-stop service today over to Redmond, so very cool to get to see that route today. And this Stana 300 in this purple color scheme is currently making a non-stop flight here in a little bit over Las Vegas and came in earlier today from Flagstaff. Certainly nice to get to see both those going strong. Right there we have ExoJet Citation X is currently making a non-stop flight in from Dallas Love Field, and now he's going to be heading on over to Portland. And this JSX Embraer EasyJet 145 is currently taxiing into the FBO to start off our commercial operations. I don't know if you call them commercial, but you know, kind of the more established carriers, if you will. This is currently making a non-stop flight today, coming in from Reno. Now he's going to be heading on to, I believe they have Phoenix, so going to be heading over to Phoenix today. And then our cargo lineup, of course, a little small, but always nice. We have this UPS Boeing 757-200 coming in from Louisville right now, and we'll be heading back out there here in a little bit. And we have this FedEx Airbus E300 freighter. This is currently making a non-stop flight today in from Memphis, and now it's going to be heading on down to LAX. So looking very good, or on up, excuse me. Very nice. All right, here we go with the lineup of aircraft here at the gates. I'm going to try to get this camera out of macro mode because it is not ideal, as you guys know. Very good. That is looking perfect. So currently, to start off our lineup right here, we have the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Canyon Blue livery with Scimitar winglets. Excuse me. This guy's currently coming in from Sacramento, and now it's going to be heading on to Puerto Vallarta. Always thought our two Mexico routes are super cool. Speaking of those, we'll have this 737-700 in the Heart livery coming in from San Jose del Cabo, and now it's going to be making a non-stop flight over to Denver. And this Southwest 737 MAX 8, this one is currently making a non-stop flight today right now in from Las Vegas, there we go. And now it's going to be having a continuing service on to Dallas Love Field. And this Southwest 737-700 rounded out for Southwest today is currently coming in from Nashville, and now it's going to be heading on over to, let's see here, did I miss anywhere? San Francisco, which is a really cool route that I never always forget on accident because you never think they would have a route like that. So very cool to get to see that right here. Taxiing in, we have this Learjet 75 in the green livery. He's currently making a non-stop flight today, coming in right now from Reno, and he's going to have a continuing flight. He's going to be making a pretty long one. This guy's going to be heading over to Wichita, Kansas for us today. Taxiing into the ramp is this American Airlines Boeing 737-800. This is coming in from Dallas-Fort Worth, of course. I'm going to be heading back out there. And I see Dallas going super strong with all those mainline flights. I think there is a 319 or 2 on there, so that's also nice. But looking really good nevertheless. And since the lighting's better on that side, I kind of like it overhead, but I think for the sake of all the taxiing planes and everything, it would be better to get them from this side, especially since the sun's not breaking out right now. It's kind of tough to get even decent lighting, but there we go, that's much better. So like I said, the 737-800 currently coming in from DFW is going to be heading back out there here in a little bit. Loading up over here, we have this Allegiant Air Airbus E319. Allegiant's been going very strong. I hope to see some new routes from them soon because they've been a little quiet when it comes to the quantity, but I know they've been trying to keep stabilizing their network, so we love to see it. Anyways, this is currently coming in from Idaho Falls, and now it's heading out to Spokane, Washington. So a really nice collection of routes there for them. More low-cost operations with the Frontier Airbus E320neo. This guy's currently coming in from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport today. Now it's going to be heading on over to Las Vegas. I think Frontier is doing a really good job despite them really orientating to more of the competition routes rather than the point-to-point non-competition routes. That's really what their strategies were evolved around over 2023 and even previously. So certainly interesting, but what can I say? But nevertheless, he's currently doing that. Poppy the Prairie Dog, that is. Loading up, we have the Spirit Airlines Airbus E320, currently making the nonstop service today, coming in from Oakland, and now it's going to be heading on to Las Vegas. I thought it was really cool that we were able to retain the Oakland service. Of course, Sacramento and Phoenix did not pan out, but still super cool to have Vegas, which is kind of a marquee route for any low-cost carrier, I would think. And then, of course, Oakland, which is a really cool route in my opinion, serving that San Francisco area, so very nice. Taxiing in after landing, we have this Delta Airlines Airbus E20300. This is coming in from Minneapolis, St. Paul, and now it's heading out to Salt Lake City. I lost my sticky note. What happened was I recorded the first two updates, April, May, for this quarter about 2 weeks ago, and then I was not able to get a third update recorded during daytime. So what ended up happening, was I tried to find the sticky note with all the remarks regarding the aircraft that I made previously. I could not find it, so if a couple of these are slightly off, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure the majority of it should be pretty accurate, so we should be good to go there. And it'll probably all change about 15 times before we get to June itself, so I'm just kidding. Anyways, though, nevertheless, we have this WestJet Boeing 737-700, of course, coming in from Calgary. This is a really good route for us, so I'm really glad to see that WestJet's been super successful with it over this time, and also cool to see them move back down here to this gate after they were on the, that would be the east side of the terminal, I think, somewhere in there. It might be the northeast, it's something like that. It's kind of hard to think about geography when you've never been there, nor have stocked it on satellite imagery, but nevertheless, looking very good. I have a good basic idea of the airport layout, I just don't have it completely memorized, quadrant to quadrant, if you will. This is Alaska Embraer ERJ-175 is going to be operating on behalf of this is going to be Horizon today, coming in from Portland. Really good service right there. Glad to get to see the variety. Thought I would throw it on 175, even though there is quite a bit of mainline on it. Just to give us some good variety. So there we go. And pushing back, we have this Alaska Airlines Boeing 737-800. The gray clouds certainly make the tail look much darker than what it actually is. It is not quite that dark. It's just kind of showing it off like that today. Anyways, this is currently coming in from Seattle, of course. It's a very good route for us. I'm super glad to see the progression here for Alaska. So looking very good with Chester. Very nice. Alrighty, this is United Airlines Boeing 737-800. It's currently coming in right now from Denver, and it's going to be heading on over to Chicago. More awesome routes for us. I'm glad to see how well that they've been progressing on all of those, and the mainline quantity is just really impressive here for United. So love to see that effort right there. It's super cool. And then this United Airlines Airbus A320 is currently pushing back. This has a non-stop service right now out to San Francisco and came in earlier today from Houston. So also looking very good with some really nice variety down the mainline services. It's really cool to see all that and give some good, fresh taste of United Airlines planes. This is United Airlines Boeing 737-700. It's currently coming in from Newark right now. It's going to be heading back out there. I believe those are our 5 routes: Chicago, San Francisco, Denver, Houston, and Newark, which is very nice. So cool to see all the variety that we get there. Definitely miss Aspen and Honolulu, but of course, some experiments that happened during the pandemic, not all of them stay around, unfortunately. So that's kind of what we're seeing there with those services. And this American Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8 is currently getting ready to take off soon. This is going to be heading over to Chicago here, of course, on the turnaround. Still, I know I've said this in every update that's been here, which has been several, but still does not fail to impress me with that service. So I'm really glad to see that, and super glad to see that they have held on to it. So absolutely love that effort. And of course, Breeze with their Airbus E220-300 is currently heading out to Cincinnati today after coming in earlier from Provo. So more really cool routes that Breeze is presenting. I absolutely love their effort on those, and I'm really eager to see and hear about how they go. So there we go right there. Alrighty, this American Airlines Airbus E319 with Sharklets is currently loading up with a nonstop flight out to Austin Bergstrom International Airport. We know how well this service has been performing, so I'm very glad to see American building up their Austin presence, and I'm going to be very eager to see what they do with it long term. So looking very good with that. It's a really cool aircraft. I'm sorry that the sun hasn't broke at all. I thought that we would eventually get a break, but the clouds have been so tight in terms of the windows, so maybe we'll get lucky and get a break here, but nevertheless, this 319 is currently loading up. And you can see it off the reflection of the aircraft. Now here's a really special treat right here. This is definitely the highlight of the update, is 2 American Airlines Airbus A321 Neos. Considering that we haven't had many Neos to start with, and now we got 2 at once, is very cool. So very glad to get to see this right here, and it's certainly a welcome addition here at John Wayne Santa Ana International Airport. We're going to start right here with this one. This one's currently coming in on a non-stop service today in from Phoenix, and it's going to be heading back out there. It's been really cool to see that they've had a couple services on the 32Q is the code for the 321 Neo. It's a really nice plane. I'm certainly very glad to get to see this right here. Absolutely love the 321neo. Despite the quiet engines, it is still a beautiful plane. Well, the quiet engines aren't a bad touch of it. It's just the fact that I love thrust reductions and power-ups, so that's kind of a note. But at the same time, they're very quiet, so you can easily go to sleep or whatever you need to do there, and they're very fuel efficient, so I can't complain, and they look really, really nice. I like the bigger style, so that's really nice. And then this American Airlines Airbus A321neo is going to be making a brand new, very exciting service for us. This is our brand new service to Charlotte Dulles International Airport, which is very exciting. So yeah, it's really cool to see that Orange County has picked up so many new continental flights, excuse me. Many examples include a couple years ago when we got New York transcontinental service on the A321T. That's been an awesome service that we've retained super well, so I've been very happy about that. Orlando on Breeze has also been a great addition. You could even argue Pittsburgh and Cincinnati and Columbus, if you really want to, are borderline continental. I would say Orlando for sure is, and Pittsburgh really close. The other two up for debate for sure, but those have certainly been really nice additions. And then I'm trying to think if United to Newark's obviously been nice, even though that's been here for a long time. But now we have American Airlines to Charlotte, which is really exciting. So this service is going to be once a day on the A321neo. The inbound flight leaves Charlotte in the late afternoon hours and gets into Orange County at about 9 p.m. And then they load the plane right back up, pretty quick turnaround, and then it does a red-eye back, which is what they did out of Reno, ironically. So, but I think with how much bigger Orange County is, this makes much more sense. So this is pretty much your option to get to the East Coast overnight if you're looking to do that. So it is a really nice flight that they offer. It was either that or they had a flight leave in the morning is their options, but they already kind of have their New York service that arrives at a reasonable time of day. And then of course, you could break it up and connect in Dallas or Chicago on American. So various ways to get to where you need to go, but I think this is a really, really cool service. And I think it'll be a really nice addition to the airport. So very pleased with this brand new service. I don't know if they end up doing a water can salute or not. Hopefully that would be really cool if they did, but we do get this 321neo service regardless. And I'm really eager to see how this retains. They did this with Reno on a 319, unfortunately did not retain, but I think that was mainly because the timing was just a little much for a city the size of Reno. But I do think Orange County can handle the load. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this is all about. But this American Airlines Airbus A321neo is currently heading off to Charlotte. Brand new service. Let's go. Alright, this Delta Airlines Airbus A220-100 is currently making a non-stop flight from Seattle to Tacoma International Airport. This has been another really nice service here, and I'm very excited to see what the future holds. They've been bouncing between the 221 and 223, of course, and the 220 is really taking over in some regards. So that is exactly what we're finding here with this Delta service. In this Delta Airlines Boeing 757-200, I'm glad to see the 757 at Orange County, of course. This is making the non-stop service out to Detroit Metro Wayne County International Airport, excuse me. Metropolitan, there we go. This is a 5-weekly service, of course, which has been very good. Delta's really had a unique schedule, so certainly glad to see that, and that is really cool right there. And then this Delta Airlines Boeing 757-200 with winglets is currently making a non-stop service coming in today from Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. Another really great service that Delta has been able to thrive with. I think they have 3 or 4 daily on this, so really, really glad to see the progression here. And of course, I'm looking very forward to seeing where it goes from here. And then lastly for the terminal, we have the Air Canada Boeing 737 MAX 8. Sorry about the focus. I'm going to see if I can back her up and then zoom her in and see how that does. There we go. This is currently making the non-stop service, of course, coming in from Vancouver. This service has been critical, and who knows, maybe we get Flair or Lynx service. We'll see what happens to that. I think that's definitely possible when they keep expanding. So hopefully we'll be seeing that at some point here at Orange County. Even though you could go down the road to get all this service, but still really cool to see for the airport the size of Orange County that Air Canada is really thriving here. So that's really exciting. Lastly, for today's airport update, we have this American Airlines Airbus A321 with Shotcut. It's currently making a non-stop flight in from New York John F. Kennedy International Airport. Currently waiting for a gate to open up, and then they'll take it, and then he's going to be heading right back out there. Still really cool with the transcontinental version, how they have the awesome cabin in there and everything. So that's certainly very cool to see, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what the future holds with American's A321 transcontinental flights and everything that they do going forward. But certainly a very nice route that they added, and I'm very pleased with it, to say the very least. And just like that, that'll do it for today's SNA update. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Airport's doing really well, and I'm glad to see all the new services and various aircraft changes and everything in between. So it's been very exciting. I hope that you guys have enjoyed keeping up with the pack. So it's been really exciting. Very hopeful. Keep in mind this was recorded in April, so I'm currently finishing up the school semester, and therefore you didn't notice many changes when it came to GA aircraft. That is one of my biggest projects for the summer. Hopefully at least one new airport. That would be awesome, like I did last summer, so I'm hopeful to get at least one new airport going. So I'm stoked for that for sure, and all the various other movements going on. So feel free to keep watching the videos and subscribing and liking if you are enjoying them. I very much appreciate all the engagement and support of my channel as I continue to thrive to make the best quality and quantity aviation videos I can for all of you. So thank you so much once again. I very much appreciate all the support, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with SNA in the future. Can't believe it's been well over 3 years of starting this airport, but it's been a really fun one to keep up with, even with not quite as much action as what we had in 2021 particularly, but also 2022 was very active, and then 2023 has been pretty good so far. And how about that? Just a little bit of break on the sun to give us a little bit better of a view of all these airplanes. So here is one final round of them. They look absolutely beautiful. I'm super glad to get to see the lighting breaking out for that. So with all that being said, that'll do for today's video, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process. Do you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.